Hi everyone, welcome to the IoT Hero Show, my weekly showcase of thought leadership in the Internet of Things. My name is Tom Raftery, I'm the Global IoT Evangelist for SAP, and now, on with the show. Hi everyone, welcome to the IoT Hero Show. We are at Leonardo Live in Frankfurt, and with me I have Pieter. Pieter, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Pieter van Schalkwyk. I'm the CEO and founder of XMPro.
Okay, and XMPro is?
XMPro is a rapid IoT application builder that enables industrial customers to connect real-time data sources, IoT data sources to analytics, and eventually create actionable IoT applications from those.
Okay. Now you guys in XMPro, you're part of the SAP IoT Accelerator program in Berlin, is that right?
Yeah, we actually started out in Palo Alto and we got introduced into the Berlin IoT Accelerator. So we currently in residence at the IoT Accelerator in Berlin.
Fantastic. And how has that been for you?
It's a great experience. I think there are some of the things that we got out of it is not just access to product, which is one of the great benefits of being part of an accelerator like that, a technical accelerator, but having subject matter experts that can help you with it. Having executive sponsorship of this, and it goes up right all the way into the executive of SAP. We've had multiple visits from them, but also being introduced to innovative and customers that are looking to IoT and see how they can use that. So they regularly come through and trying to see what SAP does in the IoT accelerator. So it gives us great exposure to those customers.
Fantastic. And you have a product that you're going to demo to us. Can you give us a demo of that now?
Yeah, I'll quickly show you. XMPro is a rapid IoT application builder, and one of the applications is how do we bring IoT alive. I've got different use cases here, and the one I'd like to show you today is the chatbot. And what we do with the chatbot, we're setting up a specific scenario. Now, engineers can do this themselves. They can leverage the underlying platforms that SAP and other providers give us. In this instance, we're bringing in data from industrial sources like OSIsoft. We're combining that information with information from things like AIN. And in this example, we actually calling a machine learning model to predict if it's going to fail. If it's going to fail, I run a second predictive model which will give me the remaining useful life. And lastly, I want to find the optimum maintenance slot. So say, for example, we know this is going to fail. The remaining useful life is 100 hours. And we know the optimum maintenance slot based on production schedules and other information is 62 hours. We want to also check, do we have the right spares? And we want to then, based on that, kick off a work order inside SAP EAM. But more importantly, making it event aware, we also let a chatbot start talking to an engineer in explaining. So that's the other block that you see there, is a chatbot block. And what that does, in this example, now we can do this in a number of user interfaces, Skype, Slack, SAP Copilot. We don't really care about the underlying platform of what the chatbot is or what it does, but more how do we make it event aware. And what we mean by event aware is this machine now tells me, hi, I'm the secondary cooler pump, I'm not feeling well today, and I'm going to stop in 4 hours. My downtime will cost you $20,000 per hour. We know that because we've collected that information as part of this event stream. So we know about the event and we know the context from systems like SAP. I can then ask it, do you know what is wrong? And in this instance, it answers me by saying my temperature is 200 degrees and that is my vibration. I can then query it further, and using natural language in the bot framework, I can freely use just normal natural language. And in this instance, do you have any idea what may cause this? The machine then comes back and says, well, there's a possible blockage in one of my cooling lines. If you have an AR set, you can put it on. Here's a link to a video. Now, most of that information is stored in systems like SAP AIN, where it extends the reach of what suppliers do and how they can enrich this environment. That all provides context to this bot. The next thing it also tells me is that I don't have stock of the critical spares because it's checked that for me. It also knows that my work or that the work on me is only scheduled for 2 weeks from now? So do I want to bring it forward? And lastly, do I want to get hold of the engineer at the customer, at the supplier, and get them to help me? All of that intelligent conversation with a machine digital twin coming to life and being event aware and not just based on requests and responses. So what we find with most bots these days is people can type in, what was the state of my plant yesterday, give me, and it's a request driven system where it will bring back historical data and display it to you in the way that as many widgets on a conversational platform, and you can drill down. What this does, and the real smarts behind it, is really how we set up these event streams that sit behind it to make it event aware.
Okay, so that was great, Pieter. Fabulous demo. If people want to know more about it, or if people want to get their hands on it, what should they do?
The easiest way is to go to xmpro.com/Leonardo Live, sign up there, and we actually have a free version that they can trial and test to start playing around with it.
Fantastic. Finally, I guess one last question would be, if people are interested in the IoT Accelerator program, can you give them any advice on A, getting in there, and B, any kind of lessons you've learned from your experience there?
So there's a formal structure that you have to go through in order to get there, but they are actively looking for solutions that are innovative that they can take to their customers. So my suggestion is, if you've got an idea, pitch it. Especially to the guys in Berlin and also the guys in Palo Alto. Some of the lessons that we've learned is also make sure that you know how the product would fit inside the SAP organization. So they're always looking for ways that they can add value to their customers, but it still needs to be around their ecosystem. So one of the lessons that we've learned pretty early on is make sure that you understand the product suite inside SAP, what they are doing, and align your efforts with that.
Fantastic. Pieter, that's been great. Thanks a million for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.